The story opens in Russia, moving between two very different lives. Dominika Egorova is a celebrated ballerina devoted to caring for her sick mother. After a doctor's visit, she leaves her mother with a caretaker and rushes to the theater for her performance. As she gets ready backstage, she meets her uncle, Ivan Egorov, a high-ranking official in the Russian Secret Service. He introduces her to Dmitry Ustinov, a shady gangster who behaves inappropriately with her. Moments later, Dominika steps on stage and delivers a flawless performance until her partner lands on her leg and shatters it. She's rushed into emergency surgery, and her life changes instantly. Meanwhile, a CIA agent named Nate Nash receives a coded call. He follows the message to a nighttime meeting in a park. When a tail appears behind him, he protects his contact, known only as Marble, by firing a shot into the ground and leading the pursuers on a wild chase through the city before escaping to the American embassy. Marble is safe, but Nate is still ordered back to the US for breaking protocol. The next morning, Ivan meets top Russian intelligence officials who show him footage of Nate's meeting. They suspect someone else was involved, and they want that man identified. Dominika wakes in the hospital to find her leg in a full metal frame. Her career is over. 3 long months pass. When Ivan visits, he delivers devastating news. She's been replaced, and the theater will no longer pay for her home or her mother's treatment. He leaves photos proving her dance partner betrayed her and hints she should come to him for help. Unable to let it go, Dominika confronts the couple at the theater and attacks them with her cane. On the bus, she notices blood on her hands and quickly reports the incident as an accident. When she returns home, she finds her mother collapsed. The caretaker has stopped coming without payment. Desperate, Dominika turns to Ivan. He offers financial help, but only if she befriends Ustinov and gains information from him. For her mother's sake, she reluctantly agrees. That night, she goes to Ustinov's hotel. He takes her to her room, and the situation turns violent. Suddenly, a man in a black helmet appears, slits Ustinov's throat, and forces Dominika to flee with him. He is Sergei Maturin, another Russian operative. She is taken to an abandoned building, watched through hidden cameras by Ivan and General Korchnoi. When Korchnoi suggests killing her as a witness, Ivan claims she could be useful. Ivan later admits he knew what would happen. He gives her a choice, either join a special training school or be eliminated. With no options left, Dominika agrees. She is taken to Sparrow School, an institution that trains agents in psychological manipulation and controlled seduction. Matron, the headmistress, assigns her a false identity. During the first lesson, Dominika refuses to obey an order to strip in front of the class, enraging Matron. She quickly becomes a target for another trainee, Victor, but she also outsmarts him, revealing a sharp, dangerous intelligence. Meanwhile, Nate faces disciplinary action in the US and is barred from fieldwork. But with Marble avoiding contact, he persuades his superiors to relocate him near Russia. Back at Sparrow School, Dominika steadily proves herself. She exposes Victor's insecurities during a humiliating class demonstration, impressing Korchnoi enough for him to approve her return to active duty. Dominika goes home briefly before being assigned a new mission: go to Budapest and get close to Nate Nash. She moves into an apartment with another Sparrow named Marta, meets local station chief Volantov, and begins tracking Nate's routine. At a swimming pool, Nate approaches her first, unaware she's been sent specifically for him. When he steals her ID to investigate her, Dominika realizes he's suspicious but continues the game. She threads a careful balance, feeding her handlers just enough information while keeping Nate engaged. She soon discovers Marta is illegally buying US intelligence from Stephanie Bushi, a corrupt American politician. The rivalry between the two Sparrows escalates until Marta threatens Dominika's life. Dominika manipulates Volantov into supporting her, but Marta plots to kill her. Dominika travels to Vienna to open a bank account connected to the operation. While she's away, Marta arranges her elimination, but when Dominika returns, she finds Marta brutally murdered. Sergei appears, coldly warning her that this is the fate of traitors. Nate, meanwhile, receives new information from Marble confirming Dominika's training and convincing him she could be turned. Police interrogate Dominika about Marta's death, but she reveals nothing. Outside, she finds Nate waiting. In his apartment, she finally opens up about her broken life. Nate asks her to switch sides and become a double agent, offering protection in return. After hesitation and growing emotional attachment, she agrees. She writes a fake report claiming she has Nate under control and waits for his signal. She meets CIA officials, passes their lie detector test, and offers them a deal involving Stephanie Boucher. The operation moves to London. Dominika meets Boucher, threatens her into cooperating, and receives classified discs. She secretly swaps them for the CIA's copies, but Boucher panics afterward, flees early, and is hit by a truck. Now compromised, Volantov forces Dominika back to Moscow. Ivan confiscates the discs and arrests Volantov. Dominika becomes a suspect and is brutally tortured for answers. She refuses to confess. When shown footage of Volantov's execution, she still stays silent. Ivan eventually steps in, and Dominika manipulates him into protecting her once more. She returns to Budapest and reunites with Nate. But danger follows. Sergei breaks into Nate's home, torturing him. Dominika pretends to join Sergei, even hurting Nate to gain his trust, only to turn on Sergei and kill him in a violent struggle. The next morning, she wakes in the hospital. Outside, Korchnoi approaches her and reveals a shocking truth. He is Marble, the mole Russia has been hunting. He believes he'll soon be caught and urges Dominika to expose him so she can rise as a national hero and take his place as the new protected asset. Dominika doesn't respond immediately. Instead, she turns herself in and asks to see the Russian ambassador. She offers the identity of the traitor in exchange for her freedom. A tense meeting is arranged at the airport. Nate accompanies her, thinking she betrayed him. But Dominika has outplayed everyone. When the Russians reveal the supposed mole, it's not Korchnoi, it's Ivan. Dominika had spent her entire time in Budapest, creating evidence to frame him. Nate confirms Ivan is the mole, sealing his fate. A sniper kills Ivan, and Dominika is taken away. Back in Russia, she becomes a national hero. She's allowed a comfortable life with her mother. The story ends as the phone rings, playing her favorite song, a silent reminder of the deal she made and the new life she has chosen.